Hey everybody, it's Big 4 pay-per-view time once again in the WWE universe, and I will be predicting what's going to happen at WWE Summerslam 2018. Now this card is absolutely stacked. On the pre-show there are 3 matches and there are 10 matches on the main show. This is going to be a long pay-per-view, so I hope you bought some food and some drink. Please drink water, stay hydrated. You don't want to get exhausted through this because this card is just phenomenal. In no particular order, I'm going to go ahead and skip. I'll do a quickie for the pre-show. Alright, so we have the B team versus the Revival for the WWE Raw Tag Team Championships. I'm going to go with the B team because they're absolutely fun as all hell. Rusev and Lana versus Andrade, Cien Almas, and Zelina Vega in a mixed tag team match. I'm going to go with Cien Almas and Zelina Vega because, let's just face it, Vince McMahon, for whatever reason, just doesn't like Rusev and Lana. And then the final match on the pre-show is the current WWE Cruiserweight Champion Cedric Alexander versus Drew Gulak. And I'm going to go with Drew Gulak because he's hands down probably the best character on 205 Live. And they've been building this character for quite a while, and it's about time he gets that belt. Okay, moving on into the main show. These are not in order. I'm looking at the match card on Wikipedia, so I'm just gonna go in whatever order, except I'm gonna keep the main event for last for obvious reasons. First up, we have Daniel Bryan versus The Miz. Now this is a match 8 years in the making. Not that long of a story, and if you really want to know, WWE uploaded a video about it, a video package that I think aired on SmackDown this past Tuesday, that kind of details their whole rivalry. Dating back to 2010, like the first episode of WWE NXT, I think, back when it was a competition show. For personal reasons, I'm picking Daniel Bryan because I love Daniel Bryan. But I have a feeling they're going to go with Miz here, and then maybe run the feud to Survivor Series. Next up, we have Finn Balor versus the Constable of Monday Night Raw, Baron Corbin. And I'm going to go with Finn Balor here because the Constable of Monday Night Raw, Baron Corbin. That just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Now, I do think that both these men will put on one hell of a match, but I don't see it going past like 12, 13 minutes. But Finn Balor will bring out the best in Baron Corbin, given that it's fucking SummerSlam. Next up, we have Shinsuke Nakamura versus Jeff Hardy for the United States Championship. This one I've been looking forward to because I love Shinsuke as a heel, and I love Jeff Hardy just because it's Jeff Hardy. And Jeff Hardy has been teasing for a while, ever since I went to SmackDown back in June. He's been teasing that he's going to become Brother Nero at some point. If you look at his Instagram videos, they're all really weird. He wears the cool face paint and the white contacts. I'm feeling that we're finally gonna get Brother Nero now that Matt is seemingly out of in-ring action for a while. And you want updates on that, just go to his Twitter. But I see Shinsuke retaining, but Jeff will turn into Brother Nero. I'm banking on that. Next up, we have a triple threat match for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Carmella versus Becky Lynch versus Charlotte. I'm going with Becky because I feel like she can carry the belt all the way past the Royal Rumble, honestly. I also see Charlotte Flair turning heel here. And if not here, then definitely the next time a champion Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair meet at whatever pay-per-view. And then with Becky and Charlotte, they could definitely carry that to Mania. But if Carmella retains, then that just adds to the obnoxiousness of her character, and she can use that. She's like, ha, see, I've not only beaten Asuka, but I've beaten Charlotte Flair a couple of times now, and now I've beaten Becky Lynch. It adds on her heel resume. So it's really a toss-up, but I'm going to go with my girl Becky. Next up, we have Dolph Ziggler with Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins with Dean Ambrose for the Intercontinental Champion. Now, a lot of people are calling a Dean Ambrose heel turn on Seth. Not yet. He just came back from an injury, and he looks fucking badass now. I'm not saying he wasn't badass before, I'm just saying now he looks like even more of a badass. But I don't see Dean turning heel here, but I do think maybe Drew McIntyre will turn babyface against Dolph Ziggler and cost Ziggler the title. So I'm gonna go with that. Seth Rollins wins, Drew McIntyre turns babyface. This next match is an interesting one. It's Braun Strowman versus Kevin Owens, and if Strowman loses in any way, shape, or form, Kevin wins the Money in the Bank contract. This is interesting for a couple of reasons, because later on, the main event is Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns for the Universal title. And since the Money in the Bank contract can change hands tonight, there's so many different possibilities of what could happen. Braun could retain the contract and cash in on Roman Reigns, or Kevin could win, and then maybe hold off on cashing it in until Survivor Series. But this could go a number of different ways. I think with the stipulation of if Strowman loses in any way, then he loses the contract. I think Kevin Owens is going to pick up the win here. It won't be too much of an upset for Braun Strowman. But yeah, I'm going to go with Kevin Owens and then maybe cashing in on Roman Reigns. Or Brock Lesnar, whoever wins that match. Next up, we have the Bludgeon Brothers versus the New Day for the SmackDown Tag Team titles. Straight up, I got Bludgeon Brothers retaining. I love their championship reign so far. I think they've actually elevated the titles a little bit, at least to a higher degree than when it was just hot potatoing back and forth between the Usos and the New Day. I am a little upset that the Bar got the shaft and aren't in this match, but Bludgeon Brothers retain, and then the Bar runs in post-match beatdown. It's gonna end disastrously, in a good way, in a very good way, trust me. But yeah, Bludgeon Brothers retaining. The New Day don't need another tag title reign, and them losing won't hurt them in the least because people love the New Day. We're getting down to the nitty gritty because up next we have AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe for the WWE Championship. I love AJ Styles as WWE Champion. He's beaten JBL's record of being the longest reigning WWE Champion that's exclusive to SmackDown. He does damn great work. Him and Joe are just phenomenal performers in the ring, and they can tell one hell of a story. I don't see Samoa Joe picking up the win here, but I do see this feud drawing out to Survivor Series. So yeah, I'm gonna go with AJ retaining and increasing the number of his reign. Penultimately, we have Alexa Bliss versus Ronda Rousey for the Raw Women's Championship. I think it's still too early to put the belt on Ronda, but here's the thing. Here's what's going to happen. This is my long-term fantasy booking. Alexa Bliss retains, and then in January, Ronda Rousey wins the Women's Royal Rumble, and then challenges Charlotte Flair, who will be SmackDown Women's Champion by that time, I'm predicting, again, fantasy long term, to a match at WrestleMania. And the next WrestleMania is going to be double main event. We're going to have Ronda Rousey versus Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown Women's Championship as one of those main events. So if I'm wrong, come next WrestleMania, come back to this video and tell me how much of a big dumb doo-doo head I am. Main event time. We're doing Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar for the Universal title once again. I don't think it's going to be bad this time around. The crowd definitely won't like it because we're doing this again, but I think this is it. This has got to be it, because I know he's going to fight Daniel Cormier over in the UFC at some point. Probably soon if he really wants that money. But I think it's finally time for Brock Lesnar to drop the belt, because here's the thing, I don't think Vince is really going to make Roman lose a third time to Brock Lesnar in a year. So I think it's finally time to take the wheels off the bike, throw the belt on Roman, just continue rolling out this Roman Reigns experiment, and then maybe somewhere down the line he drops it to Seth Rollins, because I really want to see Seth as Universal Champion. That'd just be nice. So yeah, Roman Reigns finally wins. Again, if I'm wrong, come back. Tell me I'm a dumbass. Whatever. And there you have it. Those are my WWE SummerSlam 2018 predictions. It is currently 2:45 in the morning as I'm recording this, and I'm dead as fuck. So anyway, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this one, please consider subscribing. Let me know what your predictions are down in the comments. And until then, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.